Friday sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Mixon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And he's got some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's good.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Yes. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
27-yard line.
Here comes Lindsay, toss right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd down now, Mixon through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Boy, going to have a chance to run it. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. 9 yards.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Chase. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now they will throw it with Burrow. This one into the hands of Burton. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Watson off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
The Bengals.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is Mixon. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 34-yard.
Seibert's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
Makes the score.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
on 2nd down. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Watson. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
2-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move in from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
I'm going back to you. Check.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Lindsey on the carry.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
4 yards.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
2nd and 6. At the 12-yard
Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
17.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
is good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 31.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
31-yard line.
Right there, you will. 55. Hey, let's get that home. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Mike 54. Slam.
Here's Watson. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run with Mixon. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Bengals 23. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.